Absolutely, Si. And he made a couple of brave moves on the man he's replacing at McLaren, Lewis Hamilton as well. One of them came off, the other one didn't. Should we look at the one that did first?
Yeah, reminiscent of Kobayashi a couple of years ago, actually, in this corner, his favourite corner back in 2010. Pérez down the inside of Hamilton, locks up. Slowest corner on the track, remember, down into first gear that would have been. Gets it right, Hamilton gives him room, catches him napping. This is what it looked like on board. Brakes a bit later, locks up, but that doesn't matter, he's got the job done. That's what he wanted to do.
That doesn't usually happen to Lewis Hamilton, does it?
No, it's normally Lewis Hamilton doing that kind of move.
Yeah.
But later on, and this is a sign of a good driver that learns from their mistakes, because Hamilton comes into the same corner, realises what's going to happen, puts his car in the middle of the track. Pérez has nowhere to go and goes spinning off into the gravel. Now, a lot of people say, well, how did that happen? But if we just look at this in a bit more detail, coming into that corner, now the braking zone is round about here. This is the line normally. Now, what you want to try and do into that corner is like the car further up, round there. He's on the racing line, but Hamilton at this point here decides to start moving over. Now, Pérez said it himself, actually, my plan all along was to dive down the inside. Now, as soon as he sees this going on, he thinks, I'm now trying to brake later than what I was going to do and try and straighten the car up. But he has to pinch the car in whilst braking too late. And you realise when you're in the car travelling close to 200 miles an hour that basically that's going to happen. And he at this point here, he's just trying to find a way out of it and has to try and back out the move. So it was that close.
So did Lewis Hamilton do that specifically because it was Sergio Pérez behind him and that's what he tried to do previous time?
Well, yeah, like I say, you learn from your mistakes and you see the same guy behind you. You might feel a bit vulnerable going into a corner like that one. And so, yeah, he's just subtly, it's all very subtle stuff going into a braking zone like that where the car's loaded and it's balancing. You know, hear the drivers talking about balance of their car, and when you try and brake a bit later than where you normally would, it's because you're on a slightly different line. But Hamilton used up that line, and that's taken away Pérez's option. So it was a subtle thing, but it ended one of their drivers' races.
Yeah, today bragging rights go to Kobayashi.